Hello everyone, hope you all had a great Monday, and being that it is Monday means spooky places. And this week we shall visit a few hotels and bed and breakfasts in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And the first stop is the Farnsworth House. This is still a running bed and breakfast. It still has original rafters, walls, and flooring. And there are over 100 bullet holes in the walls from the Battle of Gettysburg. This house was used in the war for soldiers to hide in the attic and shoot at the soldiers on Cemetery Hill. After the battle was over, the house became a federal headquarters. This is one of the most haunted houses in Gettysburg, supposedly. And the owners boast a theater for ghost stories, viewing, and horrors as well. Some strange occurrences that happen there are, when all is quiet, a harp is heard being played on the top floor. Footsteps are heard all through the house. When you turn around, no one is there. While sleeping at the inn, multiple instances of feeling a presence on the edge of the bed. A woman viewed by many in the house is dressed in period clothes from the 1800s. She hangs around the shelves and disappears when you get too close. Make sure you visit this great bed and breakfast. You just might see a ghost. And yes, the next and last stop for this week will be the Cashtown Inn, also in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And they too also boast that they are the most haunted bed and breakfast in Gettysburg. So it's on Chambersburg Road, and many Confederate soldiers stayed near or in the inn. The inn was called Cashtown because the owner would only take cash, no credit. The day of the Gettysburg battle, all the soldiers set out and received permission from the general to go and buy shoes. They didn't even know they were going to a fight. The general who gave them permission knew that there were no shoes in Gettysburg, only Union soldiers who were ready to kill the Confederates. The Confederate general just wanted to fight. But when mostly barefooted soldiers ran into the Unions, they were forced to fight. Most of them died. This event occurred in late June and July. Ghosts have been seen at Cashtown for many years. Several years ago, a man, a guest at the inn, asked a 9-year-old boy who lived at the inn who that man was. The man was standing in that hallway wearing an out-of-date uniform. "Oh, he's all right," said the boy, who had seen the ghost many times before. The visitor was very surprised, since that time there have been many other ghost sightings. Charles Bud Buckley and his wife Caroline, the current owners of the inn, have often heard footsteps and the sound of things moving around in the attic. When they go up to see what's happening, nothing has been moved and there is no evidence of anyone being there. Room 4 seems to be the main room for the ghost. Many people, including a well-known writer who was staying at the inn, have heard people knocking on the door of room 4. When they went to see who was at the door, no one was there, and many guests have seen men dressed in soldiers' uniforms around the hotel. One guest complained that someone riding on horses had awoken him during the night. They had heard horses snorting and pawing at the ground. When they went to see who would be riding so late at night, no one was there. But the horse noises continued. The next morning, when the guests came back from complaining to Bud, their suitcases were all packed and ready to go. The guests asked Bud if it was usual for his hotel to pack the guests' suitcases. No, he assured the guest. No one under my employment packed your bags. And another time, Dairy Farms Association stated that two of the farmers complained that someone had unplugged their air conditioning in the middle of the night. Weird. Supposedly the best time, if you do go to Gettysburg, is end of June, beginning of July. That's when the actual Battle of Gettysburg took place, and that's when most people report the most hauntings. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the tales for this week, and wishing you all a spooky night.